Slay the Spire, one of my top 5 favorite games of all time, recently got its 2 just about 2 weeks ago. And since those 2 weeks have passed, I've dropped about 30 hours into the game so far. Yes, I'm aware those are rookie numbers, but not everybody has full time to drop 100 hours, alright? Forgive me. That said though, so far I won a run with every character at least once, silent twice, and dropped about 1,400 hours in Slay the Spire 1. I think that makes me more than PhD qualified as a doctor to give you what your opinion should be on Slay the Spire 2. Yes. Alright. First up, aesthetically speaking, they nailed it. I can't deny. Slay the Spire 1 to Slay the Spire 2 feels like a damn near direct upgrade in terms of visuals, sound design, presentation. It's just the Spire climbers, at least our returning ones, have their designs upgraded but maintain the same feel to them. They still feel right while also still looking different, and I guess in a sense better. Our new characters, great designs, really cool looking, infectious, especially the Regent. Events look cool to enter into, as they're going along, hitting those little question marks. The visuals, the art, banger. Card art looks great. Each ancient, the ancients between acts, very beginnings, all of them, so far, at least the ones I've seen, look pretty cool. I cannot deny. Enemies look good. Bosses look good. Animations on the attacks look good. I can only say that it's a straight upgrade. I mean, it takes the vibes from the first game and just gives you more of the same with better art. It's great. If you play Slay the Spire 1, then Slay the Spire 2 is more of the same, but a little bit better. That's kind of all it is. It's like just a fresh take on what was already there. It's good stuff. Looks for my part on things seem largely the same. They did take out a lot of the energy relics, it seems. Like there's no like obvious like, hey, you get more energy without, then you lose something. Like there's still some relics like that, but there's not nearly as many. And I think there's just a little bit of a different flow to things and Slay the Spire 2, and like what makes a winning run and how exactly you can win or like get energy specifically, but just in general how you go about playing. And Slay the Spire 2 is a little different, but it is still like, it still feels the same even if you're not doing the exact same flow chart as from Slay the Spire 1. And kind of going into that a little bit, for our returning characters, Ironclad, Silent, Defect, they already have established gimmicks or like styles or runs you can do, but they have new cards in each of their gimmicks that kind of like change up the flavor of how they play that gimmick. For example, the Silent has a really obvious one. You got No More Catalyst, and instead you have like, I guess you could say, the main poison power being a power that makes it so that then poison ticks multiple times. Still a poison deck, but just feels a little bit differently. It's just not better, but it's different, refreshing. Difficulty in the game feels pretty good. At the first couple of runs, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was getting my behind whooped. Now given, that was before I got any upgrades, so you could argue that it's partly because of that, but regardless, the game still feels decently hard. So like if you're a returning player, you feel a little bit difficulty, you struggle a little bit here and there, but once you get into the flow of things will come along nicely. Then you start hitting your ascensions, so you get that difficulty back and whatnot. It's good stuff. And of course, the new characters, they play differently. So, that's going to be its own beast and whatnot. So they're not solved yet, or at least, well, they're not solved for you unless you watch a video to figure out how to play them. And so, yeah, nonetheless, difficulty's also pretty good. Overall, gameplay, the feel of playing the game is just great. But it's Slay the Spire, One of my top 5. It was bound to be great because why would it be in top 5 if it wasn't great? So, funny enough, Slay the Spire does not have a story, or so I thought. Slay the Spire 1, its style of story, is kind of like in the FromSoft bits and pieces style of thing. You read the item books, and you pay attention to every little detail. You might be able to glean a couple of important events. But even for Slay the Spire, it's even more like low key in that, because they kind of went the route of like, you can find out about a couple of little things here and there, kind of piece together some stuff. But for the most part, it is just kind of like, just little pieces of information. But the game's not about the story anyway. You're not playing Slay the Spire for the story, at least Slay the Spire 1. Slay the Spire 2, they decided to take that idea and be like, you know what? Let's make a story, guys. Hey, they just added a timeline as of being part of the exact way you unlock all the things you need in the game. Oh? And actually, I don't have this on recording, so if I'm playing footage, this was taken from YouTube, from somebody, so forgive me. This is their content. I may put their name either in the description or on the screen. Regardless, in the intro, you play your first run. Boom, you play it, you die. Probably early. You come back to Noi, reviving you and officially being like, oh, it's time to repeat, and you get the little title screen. They start showing at the time. I'm like, wait. What is this? We got a story, and then you guys are going along. You're completing different, essentially, achievements, or milestones, I suppose, would be a better way to put it. And then you get breakdowns of different parts of the story along a timeline. And you probably, well, I haven't done it yet. Let me know in the comments below if you think I should do a video on this. But you can read along the timeline and figure out what's going on in the Spire. Obviously, it's not done because the game's still in early access. But when everything's completed, we will be able to get a good sense for like what's going on in the overall Spire and like what's the story going on here. We got a new guy at the top. Before we had the heart, now we have this guy who has a piece of the heart there. What's going on with that? We probably will find out. It seems like his name's the Architect, or that's his title. Just things to find out. We got little cinematics. We got the little scenes, the art. Good stuff. Not only that, but we also got relevant interaction dialogues between characters. Use the Regent when you're talking to Noi, and the Regent's like, I'm the GOAT. I'm from space. You guys should all bow down. And Noi's over here like, oh, all right, whatever. You'll be back here sooner than later. Like, hold on. We have story character interactions. I even know that I need that in my Spire. But now that I have it, I don't think I can live without. It's just peak. Overall, top contender for top 5. No. Top 5 replacer. Better than Slay the Spire 1. To be seen, because the game's not fully out, but I mean, well, it's just, as I've said so far, it's just Slay the Spire 1, but better. So, nah. I guess if you want to consider this a game review, a first take, and want to find out, like, should I be buying this? Yes. If you like Slay the Spire 1, you should just go ahead and buy the game. It's not that expensive compared to, like, paying $60 to $70. So, buy it, and you will very likely get your time's worth, because, if you go by the, hours played, dollars paid, 1,400 hours in the first game. Okay, that's me. I'm not going to Essential 20. I'm just playing the game. 1,400 hours. And there's mod support. So once again, I say $24, hours played, dollars paid. You're gonna get your money's worth. But those are my thoughts on Slay the Spire 2. I will be making probably a couple more videos. I mean, you know, we're branching out. We're not just a Project Moon fanboy. We are a fanboy of many things, and Slay the Spire is one of them. That all said, thanks for watching the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. The doc is out. Peace.